kick to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will go on the attack first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Working on the right. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles and
breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense set for a first down play. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th down, they'll pass for him. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Using his feet. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Little touch pass to the receiver. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He caught it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he will score! Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Walters. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. It's complete. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Gets it to him on the screen. Floors those pads. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got him. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. It's complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on!
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's coming. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver on the middle of the field.
Wide open downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
and getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. And when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. A designed run for the quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field, you've given up a lot of yards on this drive, but if they go for this here on 4th down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge play.
Touchdown, 5-yard. Fit it in the window for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, your best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. Oh, what a move. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Cowboys can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
He's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? They'll immediately call timeout. 1 more snap coming before halftime. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on 1st down. He fires a bullet to the right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Cowboys will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll open the second half on the ground. There he goes! And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Fires to the big fella. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now to being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they'll stop it just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got some room to run. Running inside the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cowboys! It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Give to the back. Can't get him to the ground.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose...
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Oh, the fumble. The defense got it. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that was the biggest play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps on it, and all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, Dan.
Yeah, executing better, understanding I still got the lead, put a drive together here, and build on that lead.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Spears. Oh, the sweet feet. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. A timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Runs through a tackle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll try the run. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. 1st down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 3rd down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no...
Touchdown, Oklahoma State. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wants to fire on second down. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Cowboys inside the final minute trying to protect the lead and the ball. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. And the quarterback takes a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about, what could I have done differently? What